Yeah, the first day was kind of weird when you texted me and said, "You good?" I said, "Yeah," but it did feel kind of weird. I'm like, man, it's kind of weird though, man.
Right.
I wake up, house empty, walking around, like, man,
Yeah, it's like something's missing.
something's missing. What should I do today?
Right.
Like,
I definitely understand that. Yeah. So they where they at now?
they're at the apartment over there. I forgot what city it's called, but her sister and all and my nieces, all of them in there. Just chilling. I guess they're about to go to a park. They went to the pool today
Okay.
with swimming and stuff like that. Just chilled out. Got some pizza because he calls like every like hour, which is cool. I said, all right,
Yeah.
man. I said, man, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
But I did catch him slipping, whatever, because I did mention that I bought him that iPhone, whatever.
Oh.
And I get up like at 2 o'clock. I'm hearing ding ding, and I looked at my text message and it says, "Thank you for signing up for the international play. You will be charged $2." And I said, "Get off!"
Oh,
I said,
no.
"Put the airplane mode Wi-Fi on."
Oh no.
I canceled that immediately. I said, he's a rookie in the cell phone game. I said, dude, you gotta find some Wi-Fi, man, and get on that messenger or something.
Right. Yeah, find some
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, bro.
Boy, I said,
I won't even lie. When you said it, I wasn't even thinking about that.
oh yeah,
I forgot all about that.
yeah, but he still can see. Like I can see when somebody messages on his phone, like his boys, whatever, and I can tell if he doesn't pick it up because it's saying unread. Like he knows
Right.
now. Like don't even. I said, don't wait, look at it, whatever. Just let it go out by itself, man.
So his friends got his phone number?
Yep.
Really? That's what's up.
Because
Man.
he's used my not my Facebook, my Apple ID. So everything
Ah.
we see and whatever.
Yeah.
So I see his. I'm like, which I ain't got nothing. I'm like, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
He said sometimes you see me and Uncle Mark, all of us like goofing around stuff like that. You know me, man. I'm an innocent man. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. And you're an open book, and that's one thing that I noticed. We can jump right in here,
Yeah.
but because that's a good topic too.
All right, cool.
Being transparent and honest with our kids. You know what I mean
yeah,
about different stuff.
yeah.
So we here, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Where My Dad's At podcast. I'm Will. It's Marco. It's been a minute, but we're right back here by the pool. It's a hot one out here today. You were saying it's hotter than what?
Hotter than a devil's toenail. Oh well.
Hotter than the devil's toenail. Now that's hot. That is hot.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but we here, man. We right by the pool. Yeah, we only got one son here today.
One son.
You know what I mean? That's my youngest is here today because yours is Mr. International.
International. That dude's in Bosnia right now.
Wow.
They left on Wednesday.
Okay.
They went from Norfolk to DC to Frankfurt, Germany to Serbia. Then they drove 4 hours from Serbia to Bosnia.
Wow.
So yeah, even when he called me, you could tell he's still trying to get used to the time zone. Like he's rubbing his eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
I said, man, you're gonna have to. I said, drink some soda or something,
Get
man.
it together.
Like,
Get it together.
get it together, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Do like Mr. Will, get you some iced
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah. But he's enjoying it, man. You know,
Good.
his cousins are slowly learning English, and Marco's slowly, so they kind of practicing on each other.
Right.
I called them up. My nieces, Julia and Yelena, whatever. So they know how to do like small talk, whatever. Stuff like that. Or they know when I'm joking around. But yeah, man, it's just sad that I wasn't able to go. But
Hey.
job wise, at the position I'm at, I don't think last time we talked, but so we no longer have an executive for our building.
Oh, really?
Right. So things are changing at the Y. So right now it's me and Amber Foley are playing active executive until they can get something, whatever.
Wow.
So yeah, man. So and then a lot of things are kind of turning and people are leaving. So it wouldn't look right for me to be 16 hours away.
Yeah.
And then something's to happen.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but like, man, I ain't gonna be able to go, man. And it does kind of like suck at the same time, but
Right.
us fathers sometimes we gotta make those hard challenges. Like, man, we ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
So, but there, Marco's having a good time, wife's
Is he?
having a good time. So that's all it is. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to be away from them, But you know, we definitely need time like that, and it's for a good reason. It's not like you're away from them because you laid up in the hospital, or you're away from them because you don't want to go. You know, it's those things. You know, those adult decisions we have to make that sometimes are real difficult.
It is.
You know,
it is difficult. It was difficult, but you know, at the same time, I get to freshen up my mental.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my things my therapist did tell me to do while the 2 weeks I'm by myself, take time. You got no choice now. Take time for you. Go somewhere to a destination with a friend or whatever, or just, you know, do the stuff that you never really do.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like today, I got a nice balcony. I sat on the balcony, had a cup of coffee, sat there for like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Just doing stuff I usually don't do.
Right.
I got to really like work out, you know, because, you know, Marco, he works out, right? But now I get to like actually do my hard training or whatever without watching him. You know, I got to make sure he's good.
Right.
I actually, you know, sit down. I think I read a couple of scriptures, you know, actually, I don't know how you do it. Usually, I just open up the Bible, whatever it lands on, I read it, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I do sometimes like
do
that.
You?
Yeah.
And then, you know, my cousin Reggie's in town from Georgia. We might link up.
Okay.
Me and Marcus tomorrow going to that new Pharrell's surf park in Virginia Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they made a rule now. I guess that whole avenue you can drink your drinks outside or the strip, whatever. So, you know, go there. You know, have some cocktails, whatever.
Right.
Just chill, man. You know, might get my Rick Ross on, man. You know, get a cigar or whatever. Take 2 puffs and then go like this.
Right. Just have it for the look.
Yeah.
Just have it for the look.
But yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I know, like I said, it can be difficult sometimes to be away from them, especially you and yours. Y'all like us. We kind of always together.
Yeah, man.
So especially over the summer. You know, once they go back to school, of course, it's a little different. But over the summer, we kind of like tight. You know what I mean?
Man.
So,
that's my boy.
That's your boy. Yeah, it's a road dog. It's a road dog.
My boy, man.
Yeah. I get it, man. I get it. That's awesome, knowing you. This will be his second time going.
So this would be his second, but he don't remember the first time because he was in kindergarten. Right. So he was also, for him, this was kind of like just
brand new to
him, right? Because he was actually kind of nervous. He was saying, like, you know, about why my ears pop, and I was telling him, you know, take some gum.
Oh yeah.
Just drink, swallow, like he's swallowing and stuff like that.
Right.
He was kind of nervous about, you know, are people going to, you know, look
at him?
I'm like, you know, stuff like that. I said, man, you're going to be good, man. I said, it's good. And think about it, it's a lot of black boys don't even get to leave their neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
You leave in the country, you know.
Yeah.
I said, take advantage of it, man. You know, talk to people. You know. I think yesterday it was at my sister-in-law's, their mother-in-laws. They they live like in a village. And Marco took the camera outside, whatever. He said, "Look, Dad, it's all dark, no light." I'm like, "Yeah, man, that seems like that's the village, right? Country, whatever."
Yeah.
And his grandmother grew some watermelons. I ain't gonna say no jokes, whatever. You know, Marco's sitting there killing that watermelon.
You're killing it,
Man, so I see you, man. You know.
Hey.
So
watermelon is good. Man.
It is good. It is good. But you know, I'm like, think about it, man. You're doing all those things that, you know, some kids dream about doing. You know.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, I'm happy he be able to do it. Like I got to experience Europe, right? Because I was younger. Sad to say, a lot of black kids, you know, we don't get to leave around the block, right? Or even at the city.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So I'm like, take advantage, son. I'm like, take advantage of all of it, man. Experience it, you know. And I say, you know, meet your other half. Don't try to spit each other's culture. Try to, like, he introduced him to fried chicken, fried chicken wings or whatever. Marco, he said he introduced him to grits, and then and I was like, oh, how you like it? He was like, he kind of whispered. I don't know what he was saying. I was just like, all right, so let's slowly, you know.
Yeah.
Man, you know
That's
what
funny.
I mean? You know.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. But it's so far so good, man. I'm gonna probably hit him up in like a couple of minutes, whatever. See if he picks up his phone.
Yeah. That's what's up. Definitely we get to say what's up to him, man.
Yep.
That's good for him, man. Good for him to get to experience that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's cool for him and your wife to spend some time together.
It's a good thing too, right? Yeah.
And her family's culture, you know what I mean? Because you know, we kind of forget that, you know, there's a culture outside of ours. We get used to being in our little bubble, and we might know it. We might be open-minded to it, but we don't always experience it, like you said. Right. Especially, you know what I'm saying. If you from like the places that some people come from, inner city and different things like that, you might not ever get to venture out. And I know for me personally, I haven't been out of the country. We think about maybe trying to take a cruise, but I don't have a passport or anything like that. So
easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So it's like those things are important to experience those things. And I think the younger you can experience, especially if you can experience it when you can remember, you know what I mean? It's not as much of a culture shock if you're an adult, you know? Yeah. So that's cool, man. I'm kind of living through him, man. I want to see some pictures and stuff.
Oh, I got pictures. I can send to you after the podcast. Yeah, I got like 25 pictures already.
Nice. Yeah. Shoot me some out. I might put a couple in here if you want me to, and
for sure, man.
Just show the people.
We'll drop them all right here.
Yeah. We'll show the people what the experience looks like. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure there's listeners who may not have been out of the country. The one thing about this area is so many people military. That a lot of people in this area have been. Yeah. But a lot of people who are from here might not have been. So I think the farthest I've been is Florida. That's the farthest I've traveled from my home. Yeah. So
man, we gotta do something, man. We gotta get you on the next boys trip.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going, but we gotta factor that in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. I know.
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm thankful I'm here. Mm-hmm. There was some moments where I didn't know if my energy was going to allow me to be here. You know, so it's just been one of those seasons of like lower energy, but you know, I ain't let it stop me. We got up this morning. We did some work in the yard at my mom's house. That wore me out. But then I was like, you know what? We're going to go sit by the pool.
Heck of a workout, though.
Yeah. So, but other than that, man, we're getting ready. Soccer season starts up for my oldest son today. Yep. So, they start today.
It started today. All right. It started today?
Yeah. Well, the practice is actually started. They have 2 unofficial practices, so this will be the second unofficial practice. The official practice starts next week.
Since June, man.
Really?
He ain't get no. I said,
Yeah. I know that. Now I know the team did do like unofficial conditioning in June and July, but somehow we didn't get notified about that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we were doing our own conditioning, luckily, but we didn't get notified about it, but the official practices start next week, but they have another unofficial practice today.
Okay.
Where it's like, you know, the kids and the parents agree, you know, let's do some extra practices or whatever. So, so we're looking forward to that.
Okay.
Looking forward to that, and it's a U15.
Soccer dads again.
Yeah, it's a U15 team. So, you know what I mean. I get to see, you know, him step up and handle, because he was like the biggest kid last year because he was on a U12. He was the biggest kid last year. Yeah. Now he gonna be dealing with some older kids.
He's gonna be involving with those parents, man.
Huh?
He's gonna be with those rowdy parents, man.
Think so?
Man, we already. I told you, man.
Yeah.
They you know, they thinking their kids going, you know.
Yeah.
FIFA or whatever.
Yeah. They're gonna get signed to a club tomorrow.
Man, shoot, man. Okay. What was it, last season, man? Marco was playing. And I think we talked about this already, but the dude, Marco got his first yellow card. You know, I'm pretty sure, and it ain't gonna be his last, whatever.
Nah,
it ain't going because how he plays.
Right.
But the parent was like almost got on the field, was like, "Hey man, somebody got to get this joker out." That's when I spoke up, and I was like, hey, and you know my wife kind of jumped like, "Oh, crap." She knows like when I get upset, whatever. And the guy's like, I'm just saying, he's a good player. And I'm like, hey, man, keep my son out your mouth, man.
Yeah,
like,
just let the referees call it, man.
Yeah. And the referee came up to me at the gate and said, I had to give it to him because they were going, your son really didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh,
like,
for real?
He said the other kids they're not used to that style, whatever, right? I said,
right.
He didn't lean his shoulder over. Marco was just running through him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, hey, what can you do? But on this age group he's playing now, whatever, the coaches tell him, Marco, the opposite, whatever. He said, I want you to go through.
Yeah.
He said, if I see you hesitate, you're going to be on the bench, son.
Right,
Marco was kind of like, hey, nothing but a work.
Right. Yeah, he's like, I'm ready for this.
I'm ready for this. He said, you at least get a couple of yellows. He said, if you're not, and it was talked to me, whatever, that that means you're not playing aggressive.
Right.
Soccer is a contact sport.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, coach. I mean, I'm liking
Yeah,
this.
and it's funny because you could tell when you go from a league that's not like that to a league that is
A B.
And you could tell the difference because like in the leagues where they don't let the kids play, it's always like one or two kids that you could tell they've been coached to play.
Yeah.
And the rest of the league is not ready for it. The rest of the parents not ready for the kids. Not. I'm like, hey, at some point if your kids keep playing
like that, yeah,
they're gonna meet other kids. You're not gonna be good if you don't play like that. You're gonna have to be. You know what I mean?
Have you been watching the FIFA Cup that just passed? Whatever. Like when we was watching the game, we was in Miami, and Mark was kind of like, "Yo, Dad, he got the dude's jersey slung with that. He did nothing." I'm like, Mark. The refs are going with the energy of the game, whatever. Yeah. He was. I said, I'm not telling you to come back home and grab people's jerseys, whatever. Right. But if a guy's playing is bumping you, you bump back. Whatever. That's the flow of the game. The flow in the game. Because my boy Messi, I love him to death, whatever. But they played a younger, aggressive team.
Right.
And us, I'm an old head now.
Right.
But he got frustrated. We started pulling young kids' jerseys and throwing them down. And I'm like, hey, you know, but it's one of those things, you know, because you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you learn how to use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
You learn you looking at the ref, and when the ref is looking that way, you get your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're not trying to necessarily hurt nobody, but at the same time you're trying to get advantage. Like I seen players where the ball is up in the air and the offensive player looking this way, the defensive player behind them, and the offensive player just backing up into the defensive player, and the defensive player act like they ran them over, something like that, and the ref sure enough will call it. Like that's brains.
Every single one of them need to get a Academy Award. I mean, when I see the replay and the guy misses some, the guy's like, I'm sitting there laughing like, dude, you ain't nobody get touched.
How about the play against, was it the United States, where one of their best offensive players got the second yellow, I think?
I think you're talking about,
I think it was.
I think you're talking about, he's family originally.
It was another team, though.
Okay.
It was the real good player on Cape Verde. Where he had already got a yellow, and then a player came to him, and he act like the player hit him, and got a yellow on the other player. So then they went to review it, when they reviewed it, they reversed it and gave him his second yellow. So he was doing was flopping, like he didn't even get the yellow for foul, and he got it for trying to sell it. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot what they were calling it. They were calling it something.
See, Marco would know he was here.
They were calling it. It's like some technique where you. It's like in NBA is flopping, but it's another word they use for like flopping. You know what I'm saying? And just like in the NBA, how they start giving you penalties and fouls for flopping.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was just the same thing. I was like, that changed the whole dynamic because that dude had just scored a big goal to get them kind of back into it.
Yep.
And so now he running. All he trying to do is do what they do. Like he got near me, so I'm gonna sell it and try to get a free kick.
Yeah.
And it turned against them. I was like, wow. But it's all part of the game, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
It's gonna be a good season. It's gonna be a good season. Good soccer.
And I'll be honest with you. I told you this before.
Mm-hmm.
If my kid is ever on a field, and especially when they're younger, and I see that the refs are allowing dangerous activity, I'm just gonna pull my kid off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna talk to the league after.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna bother running my mouth at the referee.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run my mouth at the player from the opposing team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, look, coach, they letting them do some illegal stuff that's gonna end up with somebody getting real hurt. My kid gotta, if they're gonna keep doing that, as the coach, you can go talk to the ref, and if y'all want to come together, y'all want to figure it out. But my kid not gonna be involved in it if it's dangerous. And I see, like, especially like you teach your child if they getting fouled or mistreated out there to stand up for yourself. Yeah. If my kid gets to the point, like we had at least one occasion where another kid threw a punch. If my kid has to defend against somebody throwing a punch and he playing soccer, then it's time for either y'all do something with the other kid, or you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
but I'm not going to argue. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the parents. Some of the parents from my team stood up when the kid threw the punch, like they were about to fight the kid. I'm like, let that kid's parent come get him. Let the ref do his job, and you just stand there. And as long as no other adult comes out there, you know what I mean, and your kid is fine. I can see if somebody got your kid in the chokehold, you go get the kid off him. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the best call you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were playing like Williamsburg, and the coach. We was like smacking them up, man.
Right.
The coach started talking to the players,
right?
And I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, hey, you can talk to your play, but don't sit here and talk negative. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he said something, to Marco. Marco, I could tell
Marco. Now that you get into intimidation, and I'm gonna have to tell my kid to disrespect you.
Yeah.
If you're going and try to intimidate, I'm gonna have to tell him, hey, don't listen to that jerk over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because I was like, okay, what's going on with Marco or whatever? And he's getting frustrated or whatever. And the coach pulled him out because he know how Marco, when he gets frustrated, he gets out his game.
Right.
And the coach told me, like, come over here.
Yeah, come
and
talk.
I went over there. He was saying, the coach over there talking and whispering stuff in my ear. I said, what are you saying? He's saying, like, you're playing wrong. You're playing. I said, Marco, did the ref say anything to you? No. I said, go back out there and go play your game, son, and show him what you're talking about. Came out there, smacking him up. Coach still talking or whatever.
Right.
At the end of the game, the parents, all of them was all upset because, you know, Marco, the other team, was like knocking the kids over or whatever. Right. And the coach came to our coaches, our young coaches, and was like dogging them, whatever. And that's when I was kind of like, you know what? I'm stepping in. So I went up to him. I said, first of all, you're not going to sit here and badmouth these coaches, young coaches at that, and you're a grown man about my age, whatever. Right. And then the parents were just like, woke, I never speak. I said, and second of all, I saw you talking to my son. I said, dude, that's not going to fly.
Right.
Like, you gotta, yeah, but soccer is not a contact. And all the parents on the side, it is a contact sport. I said, what y'all learning in Williamsburg? I said, and I thought about it. I was saying, and that's why y'all got beat, whatever.
Right,
you training these kids, whatever, to go like,
Yeah.
And our kids are
both teams are trying to get a little ball. How they not going to run into each other? They're running full speed, trying to get to something before the other person.
Oh man, it's and
I've been in the grocery store and it's been a contact sport before. Black Friday is a contact sport. Like think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Anything sports related is almost a unless you're playing like pickleball. Even with pickleball, whatever, you still got to run side. You might run into your teammate, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's man. But it's just gonna get. And like I keep telling myself, he will get older. It's gonna get worse.
Right.
I say, you know what I mean. So let's go ahead. Now he's playing the older group. Aria. It's a bigger field.
You know, yeah.
And Marco's liking that, but at the same time, like, yo, that means Marco, he can fly from here, he can fly from there.
Right.
And when Marco's flying, he make contact. And I seen it happen during practice. Because now, I don't know if you do it, I don't stay at practices no more because I'm learning, first of all, Marco needs to learn to get himself out of certain situations, whatever, and not expect me to be like, hey.
Right.
Second of all, we have a lot of mommies on the teams, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Again,
if y'all watch it, I'm not saying y'all can't do that. But as a father, I'm kind of like, you gotta learn in life. Whatever. I'm always not going to be there, man. You know what I mean? But mind you, I'm in my truck. I might go to the grocery store, whatever. He has a phone,
right?
Like, hey, Dad, I'm ready, whatever, blah blah blah. But it gives him independence. It shows him how to get out his own battles,
right?
And God forbid, one day I might not just, which I know I'm going to be here, but I'm not going to always be here forever. I'm not going to be around.
Yeah.
And I just want, but my father did not thought about it. I asked my dad, is that cool? My dad said, I did it to you when you brought that age. Like,
right.
I ain't never stayed at basketball practice.
Yeah.
I dropped you off and I came and got you.
I'll ride my bike to practice.
Yeah, it's too far, but yeah, if it's close by.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I understand. Trust me, I understand. I understand.
But because it's not a lot of men that stay back. I'm looking around. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm sitting there and I see Mommy 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
With little Johnny, he gets. I think one of the players. It was from last year.
Right.
He scraped his knee, whatever, and the mom came and picked him up, whatever. And I was like, okay. And she was like, okay, he can't practice no more. And I said, can I look at it? Now I'm a personal trainer. I can take a look. I was looking at it, and it's like it was a scrape, whatever. And I had some stuff, whatever. He said, well, you think he should play? I said, oh, it's just it's a scrape, whatever. I'll say let him walk around the field, this and that. And and he was just he took the little fella home, whatever, you know. And then Marco, I took Marco home. Marco was like, "What happened to so and so?" I'm not saying no names. And I was like, he scraped his knee. Okay. I said, "Yeah. Why you go home?" I don't. Mom took me home. He was like, "Oh, that was me. You would have just got through a Band-Aid on to me and go." I'm like,
yeah.
Some parents are different, Marco. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. Try to catch some of his games, man, for sure.
Oh, I gotta catch your boys' games too.
Yeah.
He playing for the high school.
Nah. He'll be playing for a club. Western Branch.
Still good.
Soccer club.
Still good clubs.
Yeah. They play. If I'm not mistaken, they play Churchland.
Okay.
I know they have games at Churchland.
Do they?
I figured they're playing Churchland.
We'll bump into each other.
Yeah. They'll be playing. They'll be playing at Jolliffe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be bumping into each other.
Yeah, they'll be playing at Jolliffe.
What age group is that?
U15.
Okay.
Yeah, U15.
Yeah, Marco can't, not yet, but next year, if they want to use him as a sub, that he can get bumped up to that age group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny, man. Marco, me and your son going against each other. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go sit in the car, man.
Yeah. And it's definitely. How old is Marco?
He's about to turn 10.
About to turn 10. Yeah.
So he has to wait till he turns 11 to be able to go be a sub, be a sub, whatever. Because if somebody was to get hurt, they go down and pick the person that's going to be going to the next league within a year, something like that, and they sub him in for that game. Because they did that for Marco.
Yeah.
From the age where he was last year to where he's playing now.
Yeah.
Because some boy got hurt and Marco got the experience playing on the big field and stuff, which I think is. It's a good, good experience for him.
Yeah.
They wanted him to practice with the 15-year-olds, and Marco, he got a little intimidated. He said, "I ain't going out there. Said, I ain't ready for that yet."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, they be using their heads and son." He was like, "No,
it's a whole different level.
Can't do that, man."
Yeah.
But besides soccer, last night is back.
Yeah.
Football,
yeah. I saw people posting.
Dude.
Football is back.
I sat there when I heard that noise, but I had bumps on my arm. I was sitting in my bed, had my covers. I was like, oh God, like just, and I made it to 8:45, but I fell asleep. I said, God,
come on,
dang
man.
It. I said, God, because I'm home by myself, so I've been indulging, whatever.
Right.
And then I was like this, and I was like.
Boom, you're out.
I was out. I woke up. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, God dang. I had my popcorn, my chip snacks. I was like, all right, well, it tells me I'm not young no more.
Right.
I was like, but I surely did get up and work out this morning, though. I said, all right. Because,
Bruh.
It's a time, man. It's a time.
Yeah, I have to plan ahead if I'm trying to stay up that late.
I wasn't planning. Right now, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah,
man.
You just,
I'm going with the flow.
It's good.
Man. I'm like, man.
That's good.
But it's football's bad. I believe they got next Thursday. I think college slowly starts getting back into it. College football. I still been keeping up with the music stuff. Since Marco's away, would I be sending him like sample songs from like old Jordan? We still like. Couple hours, he'll send me this, I'll send me that, whatever. Because that's one of our things that we like to do. Whatever,
that's how you know so much,
man, dude. And then I think I got to hook up on some Wu-Tang tickets.
Let's go, for real.
Yes, I actually asked for 3.
Word.
Yeah, so if they come, because the girl I used to work with, her dad's the president of Town Bank, and Town Bank has half percentage of that Virginia Beach amphitheater.
Really?
And I looked at it. I said, "Oh, it does say Town Bank on the
bottom."
Yeah. And Town bankers don't know nothing about Wu-Tang, and she said that just like tickets just sitting in the office. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" He said,
"I wonder if they got a."
It's in the middle section too.
Yeah, the middle section.
And I was like, and I asked. She said, "If they're still there, like, yeah, well, how many you need?" I said 3. I said, "I thought about you, Marco, and me." And I was like, "Well," she said, "Let's mind you, it's in the middle section." And I said. It gets. I said, "It's all right. I got ear plugged. If it gets too rowdy," I said, I need to be there." She was like, "Okay." She said, "I'll message you." I said, "All right, cool."
That's what's up, man.
So she messaged me back. I'll text you, blame.
Yeah,
we're in.
Yo, yeah. You know that.
I know you've been to Wu-Tang concert before.
I have. It's been a minute, but yeah.
See, and I haven't. I just want to check it off my bucket list.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, who else gonna be with him?
Bones.
Okay.
Bone Thugs.
Okay.
And somebody else. I forgot. I know it's definitely Bones. and then they said guest appearance for somebody. You know,
Yeah, some probably last
probably
minute.
some old school joint.
Old school, yeah.
So
that'd be crazy if like Rakim came out with them or something. That'd be crazy. Then I'd definitely be like, all right, I got a pretty good resume of concerts if I see somebody like that.
One guy I saw in person like performing like where like I could see him like where you're sitting there, like I really could see him like performing when I work for Carnival, Houdini.
Really?
And I'm sitting there like, yo, this is crazy.
Was
like,
it true?
Huh?
Was it true?
Yeah.
Freaks come out at night?
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you because they asked me. They was like, "Hey, Marco, like nobody wants to work the 2 o'clock shift, which is 2 o'clock in the morning." He said they put all hip hop starting from 12 to 5 because they know like it's gonna get wild. Whatever.
Wow, yeah.
And I was like, "We don't want to work." I said, "I'll work it." Whatever. He said, "Are you sure?" He said, "I mean, it's going to." I'm like, "I'm good. Like, I got this. Whatever."
Yeah.
Houdini. I saw Bones.
Yeah, you told me that.
What's that dude? Crazy. Oh, DJ Quick.
Okay.
I ran into him when I was walking down the mess hall, whatever, because he was lost. He said, "Hey, yo," he like, "Hey, homie." I said, "What's up, man?" He was like, "Hey, where can I get something to eat at?" I was like, "Dude," I said, "Your best is going to Lido Day and getting a sandwich or a pizza, man." He was like, "Oh, thanks, cuz." And they talk just like that.
Yeah. That sound like them too.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like maybe just how they talk. I said, "Yo, you really talk like that?"
Yeah.
And he sit there, boy. He's like blazed from wind to wind, whatever, man. You can smell it.
Yeah.
And I guess Carnival allowed it
for
this trip,
for
whatever.
him,
like, you can smell it from there to there.
That was part of what they have, like a rider or whatever, like the stuff you gotta give them. Like that's one of the things, like you gotta allow me to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, hey, it is what it is. My girlfriend at the time, which is my wife now, she's calling me. She said, "It's 4 o'clock. Are you ever coming back to the room?" I said, "I'm working, man."
Yeah.
She said, "Are you working? Or are you partying? Because you sound kind of slurrish." I was like, I did have a couple.
Right.
I had a couple, whatever, but it wouldn't look right if I did it.
Right.
It will look right if I did it, whatever.
That's funny.
Man, I love, and I can go on and on, man. I'm glad that Marco got that in him of music, man.
Me too.
Like, dude, like,
me too.
Because some kids, they kind of like, I'm with the new school, and every time a new school comes on the radio, Marco goes to my station and was like, nope. And I'm like, really? You don't want to give it a chance? He was like, nope. He said, if it starts off going like, if it starts off talking like, yeah, but boy, he said, he can't understand that. He said, nope, next. And I looked at Mark, I said, you do understand when you get older, you're going to have friends like new school, whatever. It's going to be like a battle. And he was like, that's going to be the best battle ever.
Yeah, he's like, it's all good.
He said, I guarantee, he said, the first thing you're going to go to is saying like, I guarantee that person sampled this, sampled that, sampled this, whatever. I was like, all right, son.
Yep.
You got it.
Yep.
You got it. I said, I ain't going to say no more. I know, man. Speaking of that, I'm going to check on this guy right now.
Oh, yeah. See what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, man. Yeah, little Marco over there in another country living it up.
Right. Let's see what we got. First time where my dad's at. Going overseas and see if he picks up.
Yeah, we're going to tap in with little Marco. Little Marco had
206, it's 906 over there.
Okay. Yeah, it's the morning there, right?
No, at night.
It's night there?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 hours ahead.
Okay.
6 hours ahead.
Ahead. Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
He probably dozed off. He said he was going back to the park, whatever. But we'll see in the next 10 minutes if we'll spawn back.
Okay.
But, like I said, we got like pictures and stuff, whatever. Of him there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. He has his headphones. He had to make sure his playlist was straight, boy. I think he was up all Tuesday night. He was going through Apple Music, and now he got his phone, whatever. He's sitting there on his room, just strolling, save.
Right.
I was like, man, I said, you got enough files, son. Like, he said, I need at least 17 hours of music. Cause I was like, that's true.
Wow,
that's true. So, but yeah, man. Overall, I'm enjoying it.
Right.
I'm missing my family at the same time.
Right.
But I'm taking advantage of everything on the mental stuff, whatever.
Good.
Hopefully we can link up, man, sell my patio, man, and have some adult beverages and just talk,
Yeah.
chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta go get that hot sauce you were talking about. That's what I wanted to get this weekend.
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my head on
That
Walmart.
truffle hot sauce?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
see if they got it at this Walmart. If not, I'm gonna order that joint.
Yeah,
I'm just go ahead and order it, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we can
Check it out.
make some wings, whatever.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I think tomorrow I might do some crabs.
For real?
Yeah, I might give you a holler if you're available.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, holler at me, man.
Give me, you know what I mean, to sit out there, man.
Yeah.
I got my boys left some. I'm not a beer drinker, but he left some beer. I said I'll have some crabs.
I'll take care of the beer for you.
They're sitting there, nice and cool.
I'll take care of the beer for you. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, man, how's your mental going, man? You still?
Man, I'll be honest.
I know you said you went through your seasons, whatever.
Physically, energy-wise is low,
Okay.
but mentally, I'm cool. I'm like right there in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
cool.
So it's just a matter of like paying attention to what my body's telling me.
Yeah.
Doing the right things for my body's telling me, and just listening.
Yeah.
And not letting it get me down. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, other than that, other than the energy being low, it's been kind of one of those seasons where, like August, my birthday's coming up on the 11th, and I kind of just told the family, like, I just want to chill for the month. You know what I'm saying? Just let me chill for the month. And what that means is like, we don't have a whole lot going on, but before school starts, let's not plan a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we do anything, let's kind of stay, local or whatever. We still want to try to make it to DC, and we might roll down to like Outer Banks, but nothing like spectacular. And then I told him, I was like, if we do that in August, we can look into within the next year or so doing a cruise or whatever, and you know what I mean, really getting a nice family vacation. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nah, I mean, it's funny because we're here doing a podcast, and that instantly gave me a boost as far as my mental.
It usually helps, man. Go get with the fellas, talk it out.
Yeah.
It definitely helps.
It does. It really does.
I went back to my therapist 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was having my seasons before, and I admitted to her that I had a bad day season. I don't know about you, but I get triggered by certain things. One of my trigger thing is that it might be not everybody, but yelling. I don't know, maybe because it was so much seeing and hearing when me growing up. But the way that I reacted, I should have did it in a better way.
Okay.
But she explained, she goes back. She said, Mr. Barn, we talk about this. You're not saying you had a bad childhood, but a lot of different black households growing up, whatever. We hear it, we see it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do it towards Marco, but I do be firm with Marco. And she had to go pretty much redo my training again, whatever. She was just saying, like, Mr. Barnes, she was like, first of all, you don't give yourself so much grace. I said, like, you do a lot, but you don't give yourself more than what I should be giving.
Really?
She said that can be a big cause of me kind of like holding, because I'm not giving myself awards and stuff like that. And she says, I'm telling you right now, you deserve everything.
Right.
And you're not giving it to you, and that's kind of making you kind of like bottled up. And I thought about it. I was like, God dang. I said, that's a lot, Doc. He was like, she looked at me, she said, and she says, when you have an altercation with somebody or whatever, certain ways that I say it will make that person kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what I mean? And she would teach me certain words to use, and I'm kind of like, okay, that sounds better. He said, don't it sound a little better?
Right.
I'm like, it does. So I'm practicing that. I get to practice that more now that I'm by myself, just practicing. And then promotion-wise, I told her that he want me to be an executive, but I told her that, I seen this movie before, like I see how it plays out with certain people. They don't
Right.
last that long. And she said, Mr. Barnes, you said the same thing position you are right now. And I
Right.
said, God dang it.
Yeah,
dog.
gotcha.
She,
Yeah.
she keeps getting me with
Message.
like I'm throwing it. She throw me an upper hook.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
God,
She
look.
countering it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, Aldo, she said you could do it. She said, but you just second guessing yourself. And I said, that's natural. And I'm like,
yeah, it is.
I said, dog, and I said, this is why sometimes I get nervous coming here. He said,
Right.
well, and she was like, you got to keep on coming. She
Right.
said, unfortunately, she said, it's a practice. And I told her, she said, are you still, she keep asking me, say, are you still doing your podcast? I said, yes, ma'am, I'm still doing it. And she was just like, okay. She said, does that help you out? I said, it does actually help me out.
Right.
And then she says, are you still practicing your meditation? I said, not as much. She said, okay, get back with that.
Right.
I said, all right. And then, she says, like, go out, do something. She said, she was like,
Yeah, she wants you to treat yourself.
yeah, you know what I
she wants you to
mean?
treat
And she
yourself,
was
yeah.
like, she said, you're not.
Right.
I said, well, I would. She said, you probably feel the same way. I said, well, I took my family out on vacation. She said, that's not treating yourself. I said, but I took her. She was like, that is awesome. That's great. That is great.
Yeah.
That is not what you pleasure in you.
Yeah,
I was
it's like you got to be selfish.
She was like,
you
tell me
selfish.
the truth. Tell me the truth. She said, I know you had a good time. He said,
right.
but did you do everything that you wanted to do?
Right.
And I got quiet. I was like, no. And she was just like, that's not pleasuring you, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
See, I'm like, okay. I said, and I told her that I was going to do the Europe trip, right? And this is before, and she was like, again, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful, yeah.
But that's not you. And I'm like, so now I'm kind of getting in there. I'm like, all right. And I was telling her, she was like, you still go with your brothers? I said, I haven't been out with my brothers. And she was like, what happened? I said, I don't know. I just, and she was like, Mr. Barnes. And she writing her book.
Right.
She said, you don't want to do nothing for yourself.
Right.
I'm like, and I think she said we're going to get down to the cause or whatever, but she said we got to dive deeper. And I was mentally exhausted at that time. I said, I don't want no more. I was sitting there sweating like I was in a boxing fight.
Yeah. You were like,
it's a lot.
You're like, I give up. I give up.
And she knew. I was like, she was like, okay, let's take a break.
Yeah, they could tell. Yeah, they could tell. Yeah.
I was like, no more. Like, no more. No more. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be.
You were ready to give up the secrets. You were ready to give up the information.
Dude.
You're like, if I can say the word right now, I'll give it to you.
Give it to you.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm gonna be practicing that these next 2 weeks, whatever.
Good.
I'm already slowly doing it. I do need to get out and like drive somewhere. I don't know where. I don't like the beach, but I do like being around the area, chilling.
Right.
Maybe go to a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm a big homebody.
It's hard.
It's hard, man.
Hard.
And I told her that. And she was like, "That's no going." She said, "Get out, air, smell it, touch it, something." And I was just like, "All right." She said, "I challenge you to go," and that's why me and my brother going out tomorrow. Go out with your brother. She said, "Stay out, 3, 2, whatever." She was like, "Do something." She was like, I'm like, all right. She was like, this is my first time. Actually, Mr. Bar, tell us something.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'm new then.
Yeah.
I'm the first.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I know, man. But I just want to give everybody insight, with the therapy sessions and stuff.
Right. There's a lot of people going through that and dealing with that.
Yeah. I am on my next session. I am bringing Marco on to my therapist, whatever.
Got you.
She said she won't talk about certain topics, but she'll talk about topics like that makes me feel good for certain things.
Right.
So Marco understands, because I told her about Marco and him going to therapy in school, whatever. She said, "Well, Mr. Boy, I think it'd be good for him to kind of get that insight on your side. Like it's okay to open up, whatever." Because I talked about the Marco has like a notebook he writes in, and he wanted me to read it. And I told her that I didn't know what to do. Like I want him to have privacy. He said, "Well, Mr. Barnes, that's your sign. Open up, kind of like read how I feel."
Right.
And I said, I read a little bit. She said, "I'm glad you did." She said, "Don't ever refuse. If he wants to share it, let him share it."
Right.
Because he feel comfortable with you.
Right.
Stuff that he thinks in his head.
Right.
And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. She said, "Yeah, bring him on. Bring him on." I said, "Bring his notebook." I
Right.
said, "Okay. All right." So I told Marco that, and he was like, "Yeah."
That's good.
I know, man.
That's good.
Man. I'm inviting everybody to the little dark, not dark side, little shadow.
Nah, it's the real part. It's the real part. Not that the other part is not real.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's hard for us to acknowledge the real part of us that's not, you know what I mean? Not that we consider not strong or consider flawed, sometimes we can't acknowledge that part of ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. Have you seen on Facebook? It was Shaq and somebody talking. It was who's that country? He's a country comedian, whatever.
Country comedian.
I don't know, but it was Shaq, and I don't know his name, whatever. He says, which I don't agree. He's saying like
Shane Gillis.
I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think Shane Gillis does a pretty big podcast.
Something like that.
He just did the roast for Kevin Hart. Shane Gillis was the was the MC, the roast.
No, Country Wayne.
Country Wayne. Oh, okay,
Country Wayne.
okay.
Country Wayne.
That's what you said. Country. You did say country. I don't know why I said Shane Gillis.
Yeah, Country Wayne is Shaq, and they were talking to some women, and a woman says, "How come a lot of men don't be vulnerable around?" She said, "We want to see that." She's in the chat. Says, "Not Shaq." He said, "You don't know why?" He said, "Why? Because you use it against us."
Yeah.
And she was like, "What you mean?" She said, "So we open up, and then something might happen, down the road, whatever. You're gonna go back to that incident, whatever,
use it and throw it in our face.
Us,
yeah,
and that gets that man upset, and then he goes ballistic.
Yeah,
he said, and that's why
we
don't. That's why a lot of men don't. She said we should.
Yeah,
but we don't.
There's usually one or two people, two females that will let in. Mm-hmm. Of course, mom, and sometimes our daughter.
Yep.
Sometimes, a lot of times, our daughter will see that a certain side of us. You know what I mean? But for the most part, our wives and stuff don't often get into that part of us.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's why the beginning of my marriage, whatever, they was you're learning this and that. I'm about to be on my 11th year.
Yeah.
And she, why are you quiet? Why are you not speaking? Whatever. 'Cause I was still learning.
Right.
But now years of marriage now, her perspective like, oh, you just don't want to talk to me, whatever. So you do got to talk, whatever.
Right.
But I'm not gonna sit here and get emotional.
Yeah.
Bomb, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do that around Marco, whatever. But I did have a conversation with Marco. It's like, hey, if you gotta let something out, let it out.
Right.
Do what you gotta do. Come to me. Like I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and use it against you. Oh, you cunt, you know what I mean? But even girlfriends in the past, whatever, I definitely was not crying.
No way.
And they're good. That's why it's good to have older brothers.
Right.
They was like, hey man.
Yeah.
But it kind of, when I listen to that topic, because I think even they was with Kurt Franklin. It was Kurt Franklin.
Oh, that's Kurt Franklin's show at the table.
There we go. Okay, now
I can't think of the name
pull
of
it.
it.
I want to pull it up.
Yeah, I haven't really watched that show yet. I've seen some clips, but yeah, it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, they was going around and men opening up within other men.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, and Kurt, he was sitting there, listening, saying like he had his past, this and that, and Country Way said he has 8 baby mamas. And,
right. Yeah, he has a lot.
And it made Kurt choke. He said, how you keep up?
Right.
He said, how you keep up? How many times? He said, you help like he's funny, help like a rabbit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, that would be pretty cool. Have one of our podcasts. Me and you, we'll invite, I don't know, some other guys, whatever. Have our own little, where my dad sit down table, whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I'm down for that.
Like, let's lay it on the table, people. I said, only thing we do is just, let's make sure you really to open up for the topics,
right?
And people to hear it, man.
Yeah. Because I definitely have some brothers who I think would do that. I've had some people that I've mentioned the podcast to come back to me recently and be like, hey, what's going on with that podcast? You still gonna have me on it? I'm like, it's just a timing thing. Yeah. Like I said, I know this one cat, real good cat, and he's part of the safety, I guess, / like security team at the church.
Okay.
But he had brain surgery.
Did he?
Yeah, and he's also like a single father.
Wow.
So he went through he went through it. You know what I mean? And just his story to me is amazing because I'm sitting here like I'm struggling with little stuff. Right? Yeah. And this man is dealing with what he's dealing with, and you look at him today, and you're like, and I go to him. We're about the same age, roughly, and I go to him because he's got some kids that are older than mine, and I just respect him. I go to him. I say, hey, look, I'm dealing with XYZ with my kids. What you think? And he's like, well, this is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. And I'm like, See, that's what I need. That's why we started the podcast.
Right.
We need to be able to like talk to each other and drop gems on each other, assist each other, give personal experiences. So he's one of the cats that I would like to definitely come on here. I think we need to have Seth back up here.
Oh yeah, Seth's
I think Seth would love to be back up here.
He'll definitely be a good person at the table.
Yeah,
I think we should take the time with and like you said with him, you know, ask Seth, but ask people that you know is going to open up and be like, hey, we were all dirty rocks, right? I should say. Now we're shining like a diamond, or whatever. So let's show the secret how we became the way that we are now,
right.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you have stories, I have stories. I'm pretty sure a lot of men want to get around and they feel comfortable, you know, at that table, whatever. You know. Yeah. So that's definitely be a thing. We should probably set up during the fall time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll work.
Maybe find a nice area too. And I think I might find. I don't know. I got some ideas running through my head right now. I'm gonna have to put it. See, that'd be my time too. I'm by myself, whatever. I can kind of run through my mind, whatever, get my ideas down.
Yeah, it'll be dope because I know you said you got some ideas. Mm-hmm. It'd be dope if we in the fall and we can find a spot to have like a fire pit.
That's all. See, me and you on. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I'm like, man, where can we? Well, you know more about outside stuff than I do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can find something. Even if me personally, this is what I would like to do. Mm-hmm. I'd like to find somebody who has something like that at the crib, like a nice fire pit at the house, and just be like, hey, can we come sit up here? You know what I'm saying?
I got one.
You got one?
Mr. Royster.
See, that's what I was saying. Like
Mr. Royster could be. He's 90. God, no. See,
I'm saying. Yeah. See, because
he has it already in his backyard.
When you said that about knowing places, I was like, yeah, there's some public places where we might be able to pull it off.
We want to be.
We might even be able to go. Like, I wouldn't mind going to rent like a campsite or something like that. We could pull it off, but if we had done come to somebody's home, that's going to limit the interruptions. That's going to limit the, you know what I mean?
Royster,
so
he'll be happy to.
Yeah.
He'll be happy to.
Yeah.
You know, he's the original OG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'll lay it on us, man.
Yeah,
like, hey,
that's what's up.
It's.
I'm gonna start planning for that.
Let's start it.
I'm gonna start planning for that.
Mr. Royster, he's that guy. Mr. Royster was playing me the other day.
Really?
It was me, and I invited my boy Sean and Zeph.
Right.
We all went to his house, right?
Good old Zeph.
Right. We all went to his house, right? And again, it's been a while since being by myself and indulging, whatever. So I gotta. They were like, "Come on, have a drink." I don't have like this much. They're having that. They were like, "Man, come on, man." And I at Mr. Royster's house, I did the same thing. Mr. Royster was like, "What the hell is that, son?"
Yeah.
I said, "It's my drink." And I was like, "It's my drink." And he was like,
I don't even know him, but that seemed funny.
Yeah,
I can see him saying,
he's playing me. And I'm like, he was like, "Why you drinking?"
What is that, son?
Yeah, he said, "Why you drinking like a bird?" I was like, "Well, I gotta go home." He said, "Don't you live down the
He
street?"
called you the kind B word.
Yeah,
he didn't call you the other B
pretty
word.
much. I said, "Well, I gotta drive home." He said, "You live 7 blocks up the street." And I was like, "Man," he said, he like, drink. And I was like, "Golly, okay, man." And I'm sitting there.
Yeah, he's seeing the same thing that this therapist over here is seeing.
But he has a loose, like he'll lay it out, and he's kind of like.
But they both recognizing in you the need for you to like unwind and
I'm like, he's like, man, like drink.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang, dude. And then I think my boys even know. They're kind of like, I said, "Hey man, you left your bottles here." He's like, "I don't want that's all you, baby." I was like, "Well, they're gonna sit here for a while." He was like, "Yeah, it might," but he said, I'm like, Jesus Christ, is that blunt in my face, people? What's going on, man?
Yeah. It's like they see. So what happens is, I think we all, as men, recognize when we go through seasons of just putting our head down.
Yeah.
And for you, you know what I'm saying? You probably had your head down for 10, 11 years now, just going strong. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, how you saying that? Yeah, that's a little better. Okay.
Yeah.
How you're saying? I can see it now. Yeah.
You know? Do you see what I'm saying? Not just like you've been locked in.
Yeah, I have.
On being the best man you can be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because we equate that to how we show up at work, how we earn for our family, how we protect our family.
That's what she said.
You look up and 20 years are gone, and you like, did my kids ever see me smile? Did they ever see me cry? Did they ever see me?
That's true.
And like as much as we go on trips and we try to make moments and be present, I think we're only gonna get more out of being present with our family when we can sit down and be present with ourselves.
That's true.
And so we know how you know, as troublesome as alcohol can be for some, it also can help people just kind of.
That's me.
Right?
That's me.
It can help you, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you got going on in your head, whatever the next thing is that you want to do, it kind of melts away sometimes when we get in those moments. Sometimes it's a nice massage that might do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you see what I'm saying? But it's like your therapist, and it sounds like Mr. Royster and some of your boys, and now I'm kind of telling you, you got to have those moments because that's only going to make you better in the other moments. And going back to the oxygen mask, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves.
Enough throwing punches, people.
Yeah, we got to take care of ourselves. It's no Diddy, it's love punches. Yeah. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like we want to see.
I get it.
We know we need individually, and sometimes it's easier to say that to somebody else. I'm saying it to myself too. Don't get it mixed up. When I'm telling you, look, dude, I had a couple beers over the last couple months, and having the beers was like whatever. But I found that like there was just a certain amount of letting the hair down that I don't have, like that I did when I allowed myself to just drink a little beer.
I got you.
Like I'm not as uptight. I'm not as.
That's me, man. That's me.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's me. But, and I can share a little bit. I was telling my therapist, you know, I'm like the person that comes home from work, get stuff done for Marco's school, take him to soccer practice, and then I'll sit, and I have my sips, and I go to bed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? And she's kind of like, well, I'm not saying for you to do it every weekend. I'm saying like, you know, it's okay.
Once a month, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Like, yo, man, you say, yo, go up, you know, go here, go there. You know,
and depending on the season.
Yeah.
Depending on what season you're going through, you might have had a month that was relatively chill. Yeah. Where you found yourself having a lot more of those, where you had some time off work and you had some time to just chill.
Yeah, because I mean, and then with the days I do go out, and you know, I think it's when I went to that, and I texted you about it, about that thing at the Solo Bar.
The place we went to.
And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna go. Right?
That's my bad.
No, you good? No,
my bad. I missed out on that.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go for one or two, like whatever, right? And then, you know, again, Marco's always with me, right? And I said, all right, now, I said, this time Marco's just me, whatever.
Right.
And you know, he got the power and stuff, whatever.
I know.
And this is what I told him. I said, tell me this, Marco. Do Daddy go out every weekend?
Right.
No.
Right.
Do I go out every day?
Right.
No. I said, look, man, I'm always here for you and your mom. I said, let me just have this day, man. He was like, all right. Yeah. All right. You know what I mean? So he gets it, whatever. And I'm kind of like, you know what? And it was cool. Me and Marcus sat down, had 2 drinks, chopped it up, whatever, and that was it. You know what I mean? Listened to some music. Wish I had better music, but you know. But yeah, I'm gonna start letting my hair down a little bit when I grow some hair. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And there's something too, as far as your son, that I think that we may not remember, or that just kind of occurred to me. He loves being around you. He loves being with you. There is a certain part of him that wants to make sure that he's doing the right thing, and Daddy's proud of him. Yeah. So like when y'all are apart, he gets to relax a little bit too. Yeah, he might not ever say it. You know what I mean? And that's not saying anything negative about you guys' relationship. It's just saying that some of the things that we like when I'm with my kids, I don't want to be weak. Yeah. I want to be a protector, and I want to show them right. Yeah. But a lot of time when I'm not with my kids and I'm allowed to just sit there, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I tell them all the time I'm not perfect, so I'm not trying to be perfect around them. But it's just a certain expectation I have of myself when my kids are around. Yeah. That I want to teach them through example. Yeah. So I'm constantly kind of making sure I'm on point. And we need moments where we're not on point. Yeah. Not in a negative way, but just in a off duty Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to joke all the time. My daughter and my wife, they would go to the store, go to the mall, and I would be torn because I wouldn't necessarily want to take the boys when they were younger, but I'd want to be there to protect my wife and my daughter in the mall. So like I literally have pictures where like maybe my boys went and stayed with grandma and I went with them so they could shop and do, but so I could just stand in the background and look at them like I'm Secret Service. And I'm literally I've taken pictures of myself literally like I was talking on the headset, like I'm on duty right now. And it's like, we joke about it, but it's a real thing. He calling back?
No. I try to see no.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a thing, man.
Yeah.
It's a thing. We all got to have those moments. And even if, see, this is the thing too, because we enjoy being around our families, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to kind of get like in that mode of, well, my pleasure and my fun comes with me being with my family. I like doing it. We can like doing it just like a job. We can like doing our job, but we do need time away. Yeah. We do need, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just helps us appreciate things a little bit more.
Because family trips can be fun, but they also could be drainsome, man.
Dude.
It could be drainsome, man. I was drained, baby.
Dude, yeah. And a lot of times you don't realize it until afterwards. Yeah. You're like, I need a vacation from the vacation.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah.
You feel me?
I need a vacation,
and it's, somebody was asking me the other day about like, have we been to Disney World and how we done all this stuff? And I'm like, I'll be totally honest with you. Knowing who I am, and I came over here, I was telling you about like me having some issues with patience, especially when I'm tired. Yeah. But knowing who I am, walking around Disney World or something like that, I know I would have bit somebody. I would have ended up in Disney World jail. Because somebody would have looked wrong or something, and I would have been tired, and I'd be trying to...
Well, with a suplex Mickey Mouse. Why you looking at me all wrong? Why you keep looking at me,
I was like, yo, Goofy, you acting a little too goofy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like, it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. Man. Like, just... And it goes back to balance, too. Yeah. It's like if you got... I'm not doing this illustration like your family is a weight. I'm just showing, like, a balance beam of life. Like, if you got work, family over here, and then you got yourself right here, and it's like you always like this. You know what I'm saying? The people who love you don't want you to always be like that. The people who care about you, they want you to have some time where you can just kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Where you don't feel like you holding it up or whatever. They want you to have that, man. They want you to have it, and that's the thing too about like we talked earlier about not being vulnerable with females early on. Like that's one of the telltale signs early on. Like I know early on with my wife, we had conversations about how close we were to our families, right? And I said, my little brother plays basketball. AJ was in high school at that point. I said, my little brother plays basketball. I haven't missed a game. I've gotten speeding tickets to get to a game, so I might be a little obsessed, but I'm just letting you know, we're going to be at games. I want you to be with me. But if for whatever reason you can't be with me, I'm going to be at these games. I'm not going to miss these games for something. You know what I mean? And so it's one of those things where, like, we were on the same page about that early on, where it was like, she say, I'm going to hang out with my mom and Aubrey. I'm like, yeah, go hang out. You need to. Go hang out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not going to discourage you from doing that, and vice versa. If I say I'm coming over here, or I say I'm going to kick it with AJ or one of my brothers, she understands it. You know what I'm saying? She understands it. Like I took Carson camping, and she understood. Like y'all need that. You know what I mean? And Dad needs that, and she knows that she needs time alone, and so it's kind of like a give and take. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
It's funny when your wife be saying. My wife always be saying, "He said, don't you want to go with your brother?"
Yeah.
I'm like, why you never this and that? And I'm like, man, I'm at that part of my marriage now, kind of like, yo, man, what's going on? Why you?
It is funny that you said that, because not that your wife. I wouldn't say your wife hangs out a lot because I don't know, but I know I have ran into her a couple times out. I'm like, I've never run into you out nowhere. I've run into your wife more than I've run into you just out chilling.
She's out, man. She's out there. If she's not with my aunts, she hangs with my aunt Penny and my aunt Cheryl. They be at the River Casino, or they go to the outlets. They go to the beach. Now, she knows that I don't really care for the beach. I'm not the type of person that sits in the sand or whatever, take it in. That's not me. She knows that.
I don't mind it, but no.
Yeah, no, it's not me. Definitely not me. Even when I worked on the cruise ship, everybody said that's kind of weird. I said, nope, I don't. I wasn't that guy.
No.
Right? But if it's stuff like going to the park and stuff like going to like the piers, that's
Right.
me. It's not her, right?
Right.
So it's like different things, right?
Right.
But the main thing she know that I do love to do, and everybody's know, is I like to cook. So I might go out to like see about, which is maybe it's just my age, about certain frying pans. Like, man, this is sterling steel, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let me get that.
You know what I mean? Like home cook. I'm being there after the podcast. Like, I said, what you got on this wooden spoon? Cause when I do my tomato paste, I don't want it to stick on the spoon. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's something I like to do, man. But it's most definitely, man. This is awesome podcast. I think. Awesome
for
podcast,
sure, man.
And to end it off, it's something kind of funny.
All right.
And so I've been past days been binging the Boondocks, and I did not know the Boondocks went from 2004 all the way to like 2013.
That's funny that you said that.
I'm watching I'm on the episode. I'm like,
right.
I said, Kim Kardashian. Well, Kim Kardashian wasn't out like that.
Right.
And I'm like, and then they had your boy Michael B. Jordan, and I'm like, what? And I'm sitting. I had to pause and go on Google, and I was like, they've been going for that long?
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I never really watched it. Right.
Really?
I know it. Of course, I know the storylines in it,
please.
and I know, of course, I know Uncle Ruckus. I know, but look, check this out. Just today, we were leaving the house, and Carson's hair is real long. I pulled up a picture from Boondocks of the one dude that kind of got like the front. I was like, you look like him. He was like, I was like, man, I need to go watch this show like from beginning to end.
Watch it from the beginning. I was like in my room like laughing. I watched it the day when Marco was packing.
Right.
And I was just sitting there bawling laughing, right?
Yeah.
And Marco came in. And you know me, I let him watch if it's something too crazy, whatever.
Right.
And he was sitting on the floor like watching this. And Uncle Ruckus came up there, and he was like, "Oh, you dirty!" And Marco turned around. He said, "Well, that was racist."
Right.
I said, "Marco, that's the funny because he's black." I said, and he said, "Turn around." He said, "Do you think he's white?" I said, "Marco, that's a joke." Marco likes to ask questions. I'm
right.
Like,
no, that's good.
That's
good.
And then he's sitting there and watching it, whatever, and I'm like, I forgot how funny this show was. Like, This is like wow, whatever, man. But I've been sitting there like binge watching. Yesterday I watched House Party 1, 2, and 3.
For real?
Yeah, in my mind.
That's right. I sent you the thing about House Party.
That's what it was. I said, why did I start watching this for?
Yeah. I sent you the House Party.
Because stuff in my mind, I forgot. I forgot there was a House Party 3.
Yeah.
And it had Immature in there.
Yeah, it had Immature. Yep.
Like,
it sure did.
And then the girl who plays Kid's wife played in Friday as Felicia.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm on Tubi. And I sent you that movie about with your one boy.
The scary movie.
Yeah,
with Tay Diggs.
but it's like scary, but it's like it's Tubi, right?
I know what you're saying.
They make it goofy, whatever.
Yeah.
So he tried to play like a killer,
right?
But at the same time, it's like he's a goofy killer, whatever.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like I gotta let Will know.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Like, please, you gonna know,
like
it's but so that's I'm gonna be doing, man. Just binging Boondocks.
Yeah.
I already got House Party 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna do Rush Hour tonight. 1, 2,
Ooh, I
and
need
3.
to do Rush Hour 2.
And then I'm gonna do
I need to do Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. Marco likes the second one when he's on a Michael Jackson bit when Chris Tucker's in that thing doing the Michael Jackson bit stuff. And then Michael actually comes out on Stars.
Okay.
On Tuesday. So I'm kind of like a little movie night for myself, whatever, make some popcorn, sit and chill, whatever.
That's what's up.
So yeah, man, like I have plans, but I do need to sprinkle in like going out. I don't know. I think I might go to it's not Solos, it's on 17. It's like boats that pull up to like the bar, whatever. You don't gotta have a boat, whatever, but you can come sit and the boats come up and you can park your boat and people come bring your drinks to you and stuff like that.
Oh really?
I'm gonna message you the thing with maybe me and you can go together or whatever. Something I never heard of. My boy told me.
You talking about decoys? You're not talking about decoys,
I think it is.
You know about decoys?
I think so.
Yeah, because you can pull your boats up to decoys, and they got it's like a restaurant. It's a bar in there.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's good, pretty good seafood in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. I was just going for a drink or two.
No, but yeah, they bar is more lit than the restaurant.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
No, it's like Cheers up in there. It's like
that's what you were telling me. Why he said, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like Cheers.
Okay, so you'll see it. Yeah, I'm gonna.
They're like Roy, and like cats pull up in their boat. and go up in there.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know what I mean?
About
Like,
pulling in your boat?
No, like people know your name when you walk in. They be like, "Oh, Marco, he's back." Like, yeah, because it's kind of. I mean, it could be like a good thing, kind of
yeah,
like.
Why
like,
not? Why? Yeah.
Because it's like.
I mean, it could be this. It could be like, to me, use the example of Cheers. Whenever the Cheers people would come in, and the people would be like, "Hey, so and so, hey Cliff, hey whatever."
Yeah.
It was never negative.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, "Oh, here comes Joe. Hey, what's up, Joe?
Yeah.
Joe's here again."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was a positive thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's just
That's not.
It's just funny because like every time if I go to like when I do go get my my big boy drinks,
right?
Everybody like Marco, like sit there. And they was like, man, you must got done working out. And I'm like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. And I be thinking, I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? But then they sit there, they talk to me like, hey, did you go see the Spider-Man, whatever?
That's a good bartender. Bartenders, barbers, dentists, people like that. Like if they can do that part too, that's how they create that relationship where it's like 10 years from now. Like you know each other, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but you got the people who just come to do the job, and they don't have that small talk.
Yeah.
Some of them don't really care. Some of them don't, you know what I mean? But when you get somebody who care, they see you, and they be like, "Hey man, how'd your kid do with that one interview they went on?"
Yeah.
Like I think it's kind of cool.
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I
think it's kind of cool.
I think when I went to go visit Marty, whatever, we went to one of his favorite joints called Jesse's. You know,
I know Marty is known. I know Marty is known. And I walked in,
like, Marty was like, and his everybody, if y'all know my brother, they call him the mayor of Miami. Where he walks in, going like, hey, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there, and I ordered me a drink, and the person gives me a triple, and I'm like, I ain't ordered a triple. He's like, it's okay.
That's funny.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, this is going to be sipped on for like,
funny.
This is going to be sipped on for like 3-4 hours.
I could see your brother. I could see Marty being a mayor. I just thought about that.
Marty is very.
I can see your brother being a mayor.
I think he said he was going for the judge position, but he likes. They call him the mayor of Miami because he likes to go and show everybody a good time.
Yeah,
he knows where to go, where not to go.
Right,
and it's good to have. Right.
I could definitely see him being a mayor.
Yeah, and when we went to go visit him in West Palm Beach, me and Marco, and I let Marco come, whatever, and we were sitting there, and the person looked at Marty, and looked at me, and looked at Marty, and he pulled a wings on me. He said, "There's more of you?"
Right.
And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "So you're the oldest?" I said, "I'm the youngest." He said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Okay, you're the oldest." And who is he? I said, "That's my son." He was like, "Man, boy, y'all got some strong genes."
Yeah.
She was like, because when he ordered a vodka neat,
right?
They was like, and she was like, "You want to say?" I said, "I want vodka and water." And she was like, "When we bring your water and vodka," I said, "Look," and this is what I did. I said, "Look, shot of vodka, shot of water,
right?
Lemon lime, whatever." She said, "But it's going to water your drink down, sweetie." I was like, "That's what I want.
That's what you want.
This is what I want, whatever." You know what I mean? And vodka neat, I guess it's just vodka and straight up. I guess we'll call it whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, I guess because he doesn't cause trouble, whatever.
Right.
But there was an altercation with the guy behind us, and it's my first time actually seeing it, and Mark get to see it, and he was like being loud, whatever, and he was just like, the girl was like, yeah, he started drinking since 10 o'clock, and it's like 4 o'clock now, and I'm like, yo, y'all, and they finally like took his debit card, swiped it, cashed it out, and then gave him the bill, and he didn't want to leave. And he turned around. He was some white folks around the bar. He said, "F you, F you, F you." He turned around, looked at Marco, and "F you." And Marco was like, "What are you?"
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the manager came, kicked him out. I said, "Well, as long as he didn't put hands on you, we good with that."
Yeah.
Me and Marty was ready, boy. Marty put straight sauce. I said it's gonna be like if you could add this image to this, because this is what my mom was going to do. Because since I watched it, whatever, too, I was about to pull a house party. Like, I'm picking them up.
Right.
They be like, wait. Okay, get down. I was like, don't touch my son, man.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
man. I was but it was funny because Marco was laughing the whole time.
Right.
But Yeah, man, I just thought it was on my mind with them. I'm kind of like, I guess this could be a good thing. They know your name.
Yeah.
When you say it could be a bad thing too, they'd be like, "Oh God, here's
Yeah,
this joke."
yeah.
So I guess your body expression, your tone, whatever, is different.
Yeah. It all depends on who you
Okay.
are. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
cool,
Like
cool.
you got people who sober are jerks, and people who are sober are nice, and you got people who drunk are jerks and whatever. So
I'm happy. I don't know. I get really goofy.
dude, I be wanting to help everybody. I want to help everybody, man. Like you might, if I'm like that, and I'm with a group of people, you might look up and be like, "Where Will at?" Like I'm helping somebody load something into a car, so I'm like, "Can I help you?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
God, it's like,
like
it is like funny.
It is
even
funny,
even
man.
like when I go to my conferences, I'm like, all right, I gotta have one or two. I said I gotta be because I might get too happy or silly, whatever. You know, like, oh, this is the market, like because I don't really speak like
Right.
that, whatever. But when I do get that courage, whatever, I'm talking psychological stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, man,
yeah.
you ever thought about this,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
man? They're like, what?
That's funny.
I'm like,
you start breaking it
dude,
down.
like my
philosophy.
mind, yeah, like my mind be going, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like,
His,
oh.
his conversations sound like Triumph. He'd be
Yeah.
like, Socrates' philosophy is a hypothesis.
Like, I said, oh, man, I be dropping these, man.
That's funny, man.
But yeah, man, I this was awesome. I think I needed this.
Yeah,
too.
no,
Since
I
my
needed it too.
Since my family's gone, man.
I needed it too, man.
I've been talking to the ceiling fans. You know what I mean?
That's
Texting,
funny.
man.
That's funny, bro.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the
What?
wall.
See,
I haven't been drinking. I have not been drinking, guys.
See. That's exactly why the therapist said you need to get out and do something.
I'm in the middle of bed like this.
Because you in the house
I'm
talking
like,
to the
yeah,
objects.
I'm walking around the house,
Yeah,
hitting
you
lights,
like-
testing
yeah,
the lights out,
yeah,
like
yeah,
off,
yeah.
make sure it works. I'm like
Like,
the AC, like hold on, okay, that's right, that's
Yeah,
good.
he over there tightening screws and just help.
You lie, you joking, but that's what I've been doing.
I
I'm
know.
like, man, dude, it's funny because you text me like, hey man, you all right over there? I'm like,
Yeah.
like, God, how you know what I'm doing, dude? Like, you gotta keep. I'm like, the table was wobbling. Cause I sit at the table for breakfast by myself, and I was like,
You were like, yeah. That's funny.
like-
Yeah. That is a really good indicator that you might need to get out of the house and have some fun.
dude,
man.
I was sitting there.
You might need to get
I'm
out
just
of the
sitting there
house.
having breakfast. I felt like
Have a hobby or
I
something.
felt like the dude from Raising Canaan, whatever, that little crazy. He was sitting there like fixing his napkin,
Yeah.
and turning his water, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is not good, guys.
Oh man, yeah.
I said-
yeah. I do the same thing though, man. I'll be
Really?
sitting there. Oh yeah, I was sitting there. I'll be like,
Okay,
I can't stand these chairs, and I watch the kids get up, and I'll see the chairs loose. I'm like, I got to go get the tools now.
all right. I promise the last thing, guys.
Right, dog.
When you're sitting at a table, you just say you got your chosen of your cereal, whatever.
Right.
Do you add cereal first, or you add milk first?
Wait a minute.
See,
Wait a minute,
that's
wait
how
a
much.
minute.
That's how much I've been thinking.
Wait a minute, because I didn't even know there was another way.
Which way you be doing it
Cereal first.
first? Okay, so we got some psycho killers there. I know a couple of people that I brought it up. They said, "Yeah, I put the milk in first." I'm like, I said, "We can't be friends no more."
How
man."
you know how much?
Right, and I'm like,
So I put my cereal in.
right, like you know the amount you want, right? Because then you know the amount of milk. you
Yeah,
wanna
so that it
put
don't
overflow, right? They're like, no, we put milk in first. And I'm like, and I did like a vote, whatever. This is at work, and they was like, at least 15 hands up. And I'm like, you?
Do milk first?
Yeah. And I'm like, and then everybody was like, who does cereal first? Everybody was like, well, all the same people do cereal, and I'm like, I do cereal.
I
then-
guess that's like the thing with the toilet paper roll.
Oh,
Like, do you go under or over?
my wife goes under. I go over.
Yeah, I don't. Whenever I see a toilet paper roll that's under,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it just don't
you
don't
off?
feel the same.
Well, I mean, think about back in the day. You used to go sideways, right? Grandma's house got a little pole, whatever. And you got to go. Whoop.
Bro, I forgot all about grandma's house.
Yeah, you got the little
Yeah, I remember-
decoration on
yeah,
top of it,
uh-huh.
little poof pink
Yep.
dress, whatever. You got to
Yep.
pick it up, whatever. You be like, what? Like,
And then she would have like the toilet seat
Oh,
might have a
man.
little furry thing on
yeah,
it.
that I did not.
So did your grandma have a plastic toilet seat,
Yes.
like the cushion one?
Yeah,
That
that's-
would crack?
Yeah, and I sit there, I feel kind of weird. I'm like, yo, man, like this is.
Bruh, but the cracks, you remember the cracks?
Yeah, scratch
If it had the
Mm.
cushions in it and you sat down, the cracks would open up, and when you went to get up, it would pinch you.
Yup.
Come on, man.
It got me a couple of times, man.
How about the wooden toilet seat? You ever seen a wooden toilet seat?
I think my brother had one of the old apartment in Norfolk.
Wooden toilet seat that had a crack in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that got me.
That's crazy
it
right
pinched
there.
Me in
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
It pinched me.
No.
And I had literally, like, I'm talking about sacks. That's what I'm talking about. And I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. Like, I was to the point, like, I'm like, yo, like, we got to get rid of this toilet, dude. And
I thought you was, like, to the point where you were calling out for help.
No, heck no. Like, yo, man.
I've done that before.
Oh, no, I can't go that far, but I'd rather be in pain than have somebody come in. Nope.
Bro, you ever zipped it?
Oh, you was younger? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
I was screaming for help.
Oh, you did a Ben Stiller, man?
I was screaming for help.
You did a Ben Stiller?
Yeah, like, how do I get that? Mm-hmm. I was embarrassed, but I was screaming for help. Like, nah, man.
I think that happened to me a couple of when I was younger, whatever.
You ever been in a public restroom and there's no toilet paper? If you have, what'd you do?
You better go put on pants on and go get some paper towels.
Bruh, I was in that joint beating on the thing like I was making the beat.
On,
I was like, boo, boo, boo. Hey. Nah. Finally, somebody came in. I was like, boo, hey, thank you. Can you give me some toilet paper?
Dude.
The dude laughed. He was like, you good? I'm like, no, I need some toilet paper. Hook me up.
I rarely go to the restroom.
Yeah.
But I will say the cleanest one I went to, and like technology, was Buc-ee's, whatever. Like, I'm sitting there like I had, it's a road trip, right? And I'm like, after having that sandwich, I'm like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom. The other Buc-ee's, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard like, I'm like, what's that noise, dude? And all of a sudden the floors tilted down, and the water was squishing water, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And the squeegee just, and then, and I'm like, oh, this is some technology stuff.
Wait, huh?
So it cleans the floors.
No, what?
I'm like, what? I'm like, yo. Because at first I was getting paranoid. I'm like, I know it's not going to squirt in my... I said, it better not, dude, because I'll be violated. But it's enough that your feet... It's just kind of... It's not like you're going to fall to the floor, but it tilts because the water can drain. Because it says, shh. And it goes, shh.
This is why you was on the toilet?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there. And I'm like, just looking at it like, all right, well, this is...
Did it have a bidet on it?
No, heck no.
But the
doors go all the way down to the ground to the top, so you can't sit on your feet, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
that's how they got it at the Chesapeake Library. When I seen that, I thought it was
doing that all.
I thought it was some kind of torture room or something. I was scared to go in there.
Nah, they need to do that for all restaurants.
Yeah, no, that is the best.
Because you feel comfortable, man. Sorry, guys, we got off topic.
Nah, but
they need to know these things.
Pandemic, man, pandemic. We use a bidet. We have a bidet in every not every house. Not every toilet, but every house we had, at least one toilet has a bidet.
You got a bidet?
Yeah. You have to have a bidet.
No, man.
Yeah, you have to have a bidet. Look, you never have felt this fresh before in your life.
Well, I'm good too.
And then they got the bidets that go all the way up. You can get a bidet to have warm water. You can have a bidet that dry you off. They got a bidet to do front and back. Bruh, I'm telling you, man, treat yourself. This is what the therapist talking about. You need to treat yourself and get you a bidet, bro.
I'm good with toilet and the baby wipes, man. I'm sorry, I'm old school that joint, man.
Look, I'm telling you, man.
Nah, dude.
I'm telling you, man.
Nah, man. Especially
during the pandemic when toilet paper was there was a shortage too. Boy, that bidet came in handy.
Nah, man. I just feel I don't know, man. Nah.
That's a weird feeling at first. It's a weird feeling at first. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a weird feeling at first.
I can't do it well.
Yep.
And it's something I can't discuss in the podcast, but we can talk about it after.
To bidet or not to bidet? That is the question.
Mine's not to bidet.
Hey.
Y'all.
But you know they got the
we can put a poll and see which ones y'all use.
Bruh, they got the high tech toilets where you come in and it lifts the cover. It senses you. It lifts the cover. The seat is warm. All kind of lights, LED lights and stuff. Yeah, man. Now we're gonna leave it at this. They got a toilet that will scan.
No, man, I'm good.
And it will check your health based on what you deposit.
Oh, I thought you put a thermometer. Like,
no. But it was.
Hey, Mr. Will, you know what we forget about?
What's that?
I like that.
Sports report.
Sports report.
Okay, with my dad's podcast. Now I'm in Bosnia. I'm in the fitness room right now. I'm getting some workout in. Hey, we in Bosnia. We're having a good time. On the podcast, you're gonna see a lot more. Okay, your sports report brought by one of my dad's podcast. In the NFL, with the preseason started with Ty Simpson having a crazy game, went 190 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. as if the Rams get a 1-0 start in the preseason. As the Chiefs lose. Okay, in the NBA, as we got the craziest offseason probably ever. With LeBron James going to the 76ers, John Morant, boom! Portland Trail Blazers, and we got a lot more. In FIFA, Spain won their first World Cup, second World Cup. And it's getting pretty crazy. Lamine Yamal, but I told to go Lamine Yamal. That's your sports more. That's why I want my dad's podcast. I want my dad's coming at you for more. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Coming to talk for the next podcast. Where my dad's at. You right here, y'all. Peace.